You hear it all the time, right? The AI hype. But is it real? Can you seriously just tell an AI what you want to build and it spits out the code? Well, today we are going to find out. We're putting it to the test. All right, so let's jump right in. We're going to build something pretty cool. A web-controlled LED using an ESP32. But here's the catch. We are not writing a single line of code. Nope. Our coding partner for this whole thing, it's going to be ChatGPT. So, here's the challenge. The goal is to get this ESP32 to run a tiny web server. And on that server, there'll be a web page that lets us control the color of an RGB LED. The cool part is we can do it from anything on the network, our phone, a laptop, you name it. And you know what? The hardware for this couldn't be simpler. All we need is the ESP32 board, of course, the RGB LED, 3 little 220 ohm resistors, and a handful of jumper wires to hook it all up. Seriously, that's the whole list. So, now for the hard part, right? Or maybe not. Okay, hardware's all set. So, step 1, we're just going to ask. No fancy coding language, no pseudocode, nothing like that, just plain, simple English. Let's see how ChatGPT handles a straightforward request. And this is literally what we typed in, word for word. It's super direct, right? It says exactly what we want, control an RGB LED with an ESP32 using a web server. Couldn't be clearer. So what did the AI give us back?
And the response. Wow, it's honestly pretty incredible. The AI got it immediately. And it didn't just dump a block of code on us. It gave us the whole package, instructions for the hardware setup, and then, yep, a complete code sketch ready to go. On the surface, it looks absolutely perfect.
But here's the thing, and this is a really important point. The code works, technically speaking. It has all the right libraries, it creates the web server, it controls the LED, but there's a huge hidden flaw. A flaw so big it makes the whole project completely unusable right out of the box. And this is where it gets really interesting, because this little flaw, it actually shows us the real way to work with an AI. It's not about getting perfect code on the first try, it's about having a co-pilot, a partner you can work with to figure things out. Okay, so let's break this down. The AI did exactly what we asked. It built a web server, but it left out one tiny, critical detail. It didn't tell us how to find the server. See, to connect to the ESP32 on your Wi-Fi, you need its IP address. The code creates the server, but it never actually shows us the address. It's like building an amazing house and completely forgetting to put in a front door. You can't get in. Now, the old school way would be to dig into the code yourself and figure out how to fix it. But here, the approach is totally different. We just ask the AI to fix its own mistake. We treat it like a conversation. And that conversational debugging, that's what makes this whole thing a game changer.
And this really shows you the new workflow, right? It's this back and forth loop. The AI generates the code. The human, that's us, tests it and finds the bug. Then we just ask for a fix, and the AI provides a solution. It's not just coding, it's a real collaboration.
All right, so ChatGPT came back with the updated code, this time with the magic line to print the IP address. So now, it's time to get our hands dirty. We're going to build the circuit, plug in our Wi-Fi info, and upload this new and improved sketch to the board. So we upload the new code, we open up the serial monitor, you know, that little window that shows us what the chip is thinking, and we're waiting for that IP address to pop up, and we get nothing. Crickets. So the AI fixed one problem, but it completely missed a second, much more subtle bug. And this is one that, well, you really need to know your stuff to catch. And this was the culprit. It's a single line of code. Serial.begin. See, you can't just tell the board to start sending you messages. You have to first tell it to, well, start the conversation. You have to initialize the serial port. It's a classic day one kind of step that any human programmer would add automatically. It's all about context. The AI knew the print command, but it forgot that you have to begin before you can print. So after adding that one little line ourselves, we upload the code one final time. We hit the reset button on the board and boom, there it is. The IP address prints out perfectly in the serial monitor. We are officially online. We grab that IP address, pop it into a browser on our phone, and there it is, a super simple web page. We punch in 255 for red, 0 for the others, hit set color, and the LED turns bright red. We mix in some green, we get yellow. Red and blue, we get a nice purple. It works. It actually works perfectly. Okay, so what did we actually learn here? We did it. We built the project almost entirely with AI code. But it wasn't exactly a one-and-done deal, was it? So what's the real takeaway from all this? Look, what this really shows us is that AI is an amazing co-pilot. It's an incredible accelerator. It got us, 90% of the way there in just a few seconds? Think of all the time saved. But that last 10%, that crucial final stretch, the debugging, the common sense check, that still needs a human. You're still the pilot. Your knowledge is what turns the AI's first draft into a real working project.
At the end of the day, this whole experiment proves that AI isn't about replacing people, it's about making them more powerful. The key skill is shifting, It's not just about writing every single line of code anymore. It's about knowing how to ask the right questions, how to guide your AI partner. So I'll leave you with this. Now that you've seen what's possible, what are you going to build with your new AI copilot?